Good morning to all, and to all a good morning. So it's around 6:34 right now, and I have work at 7 for my PCA job. But I am parked outside the hospital ready to walk in because I got here earlier than I expected. So I'm just waiting it out because I don't have to be in the hospital or starting my shift until 7 o'clock. So then I still got up maybe like 10 minutes before I walk in. So I'm just hanging out in my car right now, but today is going to be the start of a very long week. I got a lot, and when I mean a lot, I mean a lot to do this week because it is my test 2 for Med-Surg. It's hard to say. I'm hoping that I really do well on this test because freaking out, quite frankly, because it's specifically on topics that I'm not very comfortable with and not very confident in. I'll show you guys how I study this week for topics that aren't really my favorite, so I'll catch up with you guys after work. Is it just me, or do you guys feel like you can't function with a dirty room? I think I have pinpointed the reason as to why I haven't been able to get anything done, because my room is a big trash can. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little before and after of my room to show you guys, you know, the progress of finally dedicating a couple of hours to try to clean my room before I actually study and buckle down for this test. Because maybe, just maybe, I might actually be able to focus and get something done. I am a whole mess today. It's Monday. Test is on Wednesday. I don't even know how I'm gonna pull through for my test on Wednesday because I have been so sick and coughing like there's no tomorrow. This is probably one of the worst coughs I've ever had, and last night was really bad. I didn't sleep last night for clinicals. I pretty much went to bed at 3:45 in the morning, woke up at 4:30, and went through a whole 12-hour shift today for clinicals. And I have just been drinking cough syrup all day. But unfortunately, 2 doses of cough syrup later after clinicals, and I knocked out entirely. And I didn't wake up until about 20 minutes ago. And it's almost midnight. So, that puts in perspective what has been going on for me right now. On top of that, I still haven't studied. I'm going to lose my mind tomorrow. Look who's feeding my sick soul with pho. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Oh my god. We have 7 hours of studying ahead of us.
You know, try to
so excited. 6, sure, 6. We'll say 6.
Viewer discretion advised. Do not blame me.
Don't listen to us actually for this. This is just review, and if we're wrong, we're wrong. But this is just us verbally spitting out everything that we know about right side stroke. So if I have a stroke on the right side, what side is affected?
Your left side.
My left side is affected. Okay. Well, so if my left side is affected, what signs and symptoms would you normally see?
Left-sided weakness, left-sided paralysis, left-side visual changes. You'll have impulsive behavior.
Uh-huh.
You'll have, I don't know, actually, that's all I remember.
What else goes out with right side?
Perception.
I think you got it all, because I can't even think of anything else either.
What else goes on the right side?
You guys said it.
Right?
I don't know anymore.
Because what else? Is right side the only one with visual or spatial deficits?
Well, visuals for both.
Oh, no, but like spatial awareness.
Awareness, that's
I feel like that was
right
a lot.
side.
I have no idea.
No?
Forget it. Ejection fraction. What is it?
The amount of blood pumped
Kind of the
out
same.
over the total.
I guess you can say stroke volume is just the amount of blood pumped out with every heartbeat versus ejection fraction is
Of a
specifically in the ventricle.
Yeah.
And then times 100 is percent. What is normal ejection fraction?
50 to 70.
What are the normal values for each ventricle?
55 to 70?
Yeah.
And then the rest 45 to 65.
Yeah. So I guess you can remember left since it's the bigger one. It's going to be more to overcome.
Pump it all out.
Systolic heart failure
So
is a what
something
issue?
With the contraction, it can't contract as well. Yeah, it will be less than 40.
So it's a pumping issue. For contraction, weak muscle, ejection fraction less than 40. Versus diastolic heart failure, which is what?
A filling issue. So muscles can't are loose, thin,
Or stiff.
or stiff, and it's 50 to 70.
Why is it normal ejection fraction?
Because their overall total volume is less.
Yes. So the reason why ejection fraction is normal is because since our equation is how much is getting pumped out versus the total in the ventricle, if the total amount in the ventricle is also low, it's still going to be the same percentage, because if you have a small number over another small number, your fraction is still going to be big, versus if you have a small number over a big number, the fraction is smaller, which is what it is in systolic heart failure. So again, systolic less than 40, diastolic 50 to 70, which is still normal. What kind of condition would you have that would cause diastolic heart failure?
Your left ventricular hypertrophy.
Yes. Relate to hypertension. What's your diagnostic for ejection fraction?
Your echocardiogram.
Why?
Because it gives you a visual image, and it can tell like your valves, your muscle thickness.
Pretty much, it's just saying that like determines the ejection fraction, so you can figure out what type of heart failure you have.
I'll talk to y'all later. My battery's.
I haven't spoken to y'all in a very long time, and it's specifically because I've just mainly been sleeping, which is all that I did yesterday after my test. Also because of this illness that has literally weighed me down, and my lungs and abdomen are starting to hurt because of how much I'm coughing. Because I had slept right after my test yesterday, I got none of the homework I was supposed to get done. So I decided to go to the coffee shop today to make some real progress on the work that I've been trying to start for a while. Finally got to finish it. There's still a couple more things that I need to do, but at least the homework that's due tomorrow is done, which is really good. I still have a few more assignments that I need to work on for this upcoming week. I also still have work tomorrow, but it's just been a roller coaster of me trying to flush out this cold and get better so that I can function a little bit better and actually get some work done. It's really hard for me to get over this cold because I realize that I haven't really given my body a break. Also, I can't really see myself, so if I look like I'm squinting a lot, it's literally because I don't have my contacts on or my glasses. So I have no idea if I'm even blurry or like if you can see me, so that's why I'm squinting. I have not been able to give my body any kind of rest, really. I just have a back-to-back schedule that doesn't really stop. And it's one of those things where I've just been like micro busy and stressed. I thought that having to do all these back-to-backs, like I was fine, because I was fine a few weeks ago. Like it wasn't that big of a deal, and I thought I was functioning perfectly okay. And then this cold comes around, and I think I realize how exhausted and tired I am, especially over these past few days where all I can do is really just sleep and sleep and sleep. And I think it's my body trying to tell me that I just need to kind of stop for a little bit. And it sucks because I don't really have the time and the chance to. Another slightly somewhat emotional thing to talk about. I know that I've been talking for a few minutes now, but me and my dad have started to notice that my cat is starting to slow down. And we're starting to notice these habits of hers that I know kind of happen with older cats that kind of know that they're passing. So we're kind of anticipating that she might go pretty soon, and my dad was telling me, like, you know, spend more time with her, take more pictures and videos of her while she's still around, and oh my gosh, no crying. I've grown up with my cat probably my entire life here. She's been my cat for like 10 or so years that we've been here, and it's I don't really know what I would do without her. You'd be surprised, like, it sounds kind of stupid to say, oh, she's been there for me all the time, but my cat knows when I'm sad. She literally knows, and she always shows up whenever I'm in a bad mood, and she just plops down and sits next to me, and I don't know what life would be like if I don't have that anymore. I've been trying to mentally prepare myself for this moment because I know she's old, and I know that she's been slowing down for a while, but, you know, it's still kind of tough to deal with because it's a big part of my life that might not be here anymore. Love your pets if you have pets while they're still around. If you can give them a hug, because they still are a part of your family.